Have you ever stopped to think about how insanely brave or profoundly desperate our ancestors were? Because almost every food we love today started with a logical discovery. Apple on a tree? Looks juicy, let's bite it. Meat over a fire? Smells good, let's chew it. Then there's cheese. Cheese didn't come from a genius chef experimenting in a test kitchen. Cheese was born from pure, unadulterated Bronze Age chaos. Someone thousands of years ago looked at a bucket of liquid that had gone bad, turned lumpy, and smelled like an unwashed foot and said, "Hold my spear, I'm going in." Think about the sheer audacity of person number one. Today, if milk sits in your fridge for 3 days past its expiration date, you sniff it from 6 inches away, gag, and throw it in the trash. But 10,000 years ago, early man found a lump of solidified, fermented animal fluid sitting in a pouch and thought, you know what? Spread this on a cracker. Let's reconstruct the crime scene. It's roughly 8,000 BCE. Meet Thag. Thag is a nomad. He's packing for a long walk across the desert. He needs something to carry water or milk, but Tupperware hasn't been invented yet and Stanley cups are still a few millennia off. So, Thag uses what he has, an animal stomach. Because nothing says refreshing beverage container quite like an internal organ, he pours in fresh milk, ties it to his camel, and rides across the hot desert for 6 hours. Now, Thag doesn't know chemistry. He doesn't know that an animal's stomach contains rennet, an enzyme designed specifically to curdle milk. He just knows he's thirsty. He pulls over under a palm tree, takes a big, eager swig, and clunk. Nothing comes out. He looks inside. The milk is gone. In its place, a pale liquid floating around a weird, rubbery white blob. Now, Thag has 2 options here. 1. Option A, throw the stomach away and accept that the desert wins today. 2. Option B, scoop out the mysterious white mass and put it directly into his mouth. Thag chose option B. And can you imagine the inner monologue? Well, it smells like a wet goat that's been sitting in the sun, but it's 2 p.m. and I forgot my lunch. Bottoms up. He chewed it. He survived. And then, and this is the craziest part, he went back to his tribe and said, "Guys, you gotta try this ruined milk. It tastes like salty rubber and shame. We need to make more immediately." Fast forward a few thousand years, humans didn't just accept cheese, we became obsessed with it. But instead of keeping it simple, we decided to push the limits of what is socially acceptable. Humanity looked at hard, fresh cheese and said, "This is great, but what if we let it rot longer?" Enter Europe in the Middle Ages. The French. "Ah yes, let us take this cheese, leave it in a dark, damp cave for 6 months until blue mold grows all over it and charge double for it." The Swiss. "Let's put giant holes in ours so people think they're getting less but charge them more anyway." The English. "Let's make a cheddar so sharp it could legally be classified as a concealed weapon." We started naming cheeses like medieval nobleman, Brie, Camembert, Gouda, Roquefort. If you describe cheese to an alien, it sounds like an biohazard report. Yes, extraterrestrial friend, we take the lactations of a cow, introduce bacteria, let it spoil, grow fungal colonies on top, slice off a piece, and pair it with a nice Pinot Noir. And yet, if you bring out a charcuterie board at a party, adults will swarm it like seagulls over a dropped French fry. You can put out a bowl of fresh fruit, crickets. But set down a board of aged Gouda that smells like a locker room. Suddenly, everyone is a philosopher. Oh, taste the subtle, earthy notes of barnyard. No, Karen, that's just rot. Delicious, expensive rot. Which brings us to today. Cheese has conquered the planet. We don't just eat cheese anymore, we worship it. We put cheese inside the crusts of pizzas. We pour melted cheese over nachos like it's concrete being poured for a freeway foundation. Scientists have actually studied this. Cheese contains a protein called casein, which releases casomorphins during digestion. Casomorphins attached it to the same brain receptors as, well, highly addictive substances. That means cheese is literally biologically engineered to make you go, just one more slice. 6 slices later. Well, the block is an odd shape now. I better square it off. 10 minutes later, where did the block go? And let's be honest with each other about the 1 a.m. shredded cheese incident. We've all done it. You wake up in the middle of the night, you walk to the kitchen like a zombie. You open the fridge, bathed in that cold white light. You ignore the leftover chicken, ignore the vegetables, and reach straight for the bag of Mexican blend shredded cheese. You don't put it on a plate. You don't cook it. You just shove a bare handful of cold shredded cheddar directly into your mouth while staring blankly at the wall. In that moment, standing in your underwear in the dark, eating raw curd like a nocturnal rodent, you are directly connected to Thag in the desert 10,000 years ago. It's incredible when you step back and look at it. An accidental mess inside a dried out camel stomach became a multi-billion-dollar global industry. It united humanity. It gave us grilled cheese sandwiches, mozzarella sticks, and deep dish pizza. So the next time you melt a slice of American on a burger, or pay $22 for a tiny wedge of truffle-infused Parmesan at a fancy grocery store, take a moment. Raise your slice in the air, pay respect to the brave, clueless caveman who ate the first lump of sour milk, and say, "Thanks, Thag. You had no idea what you were doing, but you nailed it. Thank you."